Oh, hello, der Harrer wieder am Start. Today we are going to talk about how to use the returning Pokemon in Pokemon Home, but we're gonna talk about some very creative set. Hope you guys are a little bit excited. I know I'm extremely excited. So let's get right into it. So you guys know, right here is the list of all the returning Pokemon. I will leave this in the description. I wanted to do it in the last video as well, I forgot, but who cares. Also, today we want to have a face cam because yeah, I realized it covered up some stuff in the last video, and also I just woke up, so yeah. So first of all, a Alolan Raichu. Now you can see on the left side obviously Alolan Raichu, and on the right side you can see the move pool additions, and here you can see the move pool deletions. However, not all of these moves will actually be deleted, because if Alolan Raichu was able to learn these moves in Sword and Shield, in BDSP, in Legends Arceus, those moves will not be deleted, or at least that's how I understood, and a lot of other people understood the what if what Game Freak said in regards to the home update. However, I'm not 100% sure, so take this video with a grain of salt. For example, Alolan Raichu did get Electro Web in Sword and Shield, as far as I know, so it should be able to learn Electro Web. However, it learned Knockoff only in Generation 7 through the move tutors, so it will most likely not be able to get Knockoff. However, it still gets Expanding Force, and it still gets Search Surfer, which what did I just do? Which I'm personally really fucking excited for, because look at this base speed. 110 base speed is absolutely amazing. It will be able to outspeed Regieleki. Dude, I have to talk about Regieleki on another day, because man, Regieleki is gonna make using heat Pokemon so much more difficult, for one simple reason. If you look at Iron Bundle, or yeah, actually Iron Bundle was the fastest Pokemon. If it was at level 50, you have 309 speed if we wanna outspeed this with a booster energy. If we will look at actually wait, isn't this guy faster than Regieleki? Wait, hold up. No, I'm very sure this guy is actually faster than Regieleki. So scrap that. Yeah, this guy is, wait, this guy with a booster energy is actually faster than Regieleki. Crazy, okay. Scrap it. Because what I originally wanted to say is that you have to invest way more into speed in order to outspeed Regieleki under Tailwind. Which, well, that is still true. But before, yeah, Iron Bundle with booster energy is actually faster than Regieleki, so yeah. That's absolutely insane. However, luckily, Raichu under Electric Terrain is gonna be faster than both of these guys. So if this guy still gets Electro Web, you can use something like Miraidon with Electro Web in order to use it onto Iron Bundle Regieleki and then slow them down, right? It also will get Expanding Force, which is gonna be really valuable, and it also gets moves like Encore, which is also really valuable on a Pokemon this fast. Because even without the Electric Terrain, you're gonna outspeed so much things. Because this guy is as fast as Mousehold, right? How do you spell it? Oh wait, yeah, it's German spelling, right? Oh no, actually it's 1 point slower than Mousehold. But you guys already know how fast and good Mousehold's Encore can be. So Raichu being 1 point slower, as you guys can tell, gonna be really good. I won't go over the full movesets, by the way, guys, because we don't know what the format is gonna look like, and we don't even know, like, what Pokemon will be allowed in that format. I really, really, really hope that we are going to be able to use all of these new Pokemon without Paradox Pokemon, without Ruin Pokemon, without Legendary Pokemon. However, from what I understood, we will have Regulation C for like another fucking 2 months or whatever, and then we are gonna have the format that Worlds is gonna be in, so most likely a restricted format. Which makes sense because we're just adding all the legendary Pokemon, which we will talk about later. But yeah, I hope that's not gonna be the case, but anyways, just gonna talk about the strengths of each of these Pokemon. If they're not gonna be end up being viable, doesn't really matter because I'm pretty sure there are gonna be some fan-made formats on Pokemon Showdown, and if not, I will make my own format that we can play in tournaments where we're gonna be able to use these new Pokemon, because as you guys can tell, I'm really excited for these. So next up we have Alolan Duck Trio, which, to be honest, I don't really see this guy being good. I mean, he does get like foul play, helping hand and stuff, which is really good, as well as Scary Face. Doesn't this guy have some good abilities? Let's see, Dark, yeah, Lola. It does have Sand Force, but I don't think we really have a lack of Sand Sweepers. I mean, Tangled here. I mean, you could do something like Scary Face and stuff, but this guy is so slow anyways. Don't see this guy being used. You could use like Rock Blast with loaded dice, for example, but you are gonna be outsped by most things anyways, because unfortunately nowadays 110 base speed is just ass. So thank you, Scarlet and Violet, for that. Alolan Persian, I'm really excited for Alolan Persian personally. Some of you guys will probably remember I used Alolan Persian to get to rank 2 twice. Just barely missed rank 1 because I played pretty bad at the end, because dude, I played for like 4 hours, bro. That was nutty. So yeah, really excited for this guy. I don't think he actually loses knockoff, but I'm not sure about this. What I would recommend on Alolan Persian, there are so many sets. The set that I won was something along the lines of Fake Out, Foul Play, Fake Tears, and Icy Wind. Because obviously speed control is the most important thing. So Icy Wind is really good on a Pokemon this fast. Well, not anymore, but it's still a very good support. And when I used Fake Tears, so that way I can have this Persian in order to support my Genesect with Life Orb, which was really amazing because Genesect was so frail. Even with Dynamax, but faking out a Pokemon really made a big, big difference. And obviously Fake Tears as well, because I really needed to make sure that this guy one-shots things. Something along those lines can definitely work in these bulkier formats as well. I'm thinking about something like Bulky Fluttermane, which you can fake out, go for Substitute, for example, and then just fake Tears with Ting Lu or whatever, which terrestrializes Shadow Ball, knock it out. You can foul play these offensive Pokemon like Excalibur, and obviously Icy Wind against these hyper offensive teams is gonna be really good. But there are obviously loads of other options as well. For example, Beat Up is there, whatever moves does it get. Let me see. Wait, the can't spell, bro. Parting Shot, which is really good for positioning and also to weaken opposing Pokemon, obviously. Wait, what? Taunt, obviously, always really, really good. Thunder Wave, I don't like it, but it's gonna be good either way. Growl could be interesting. Hypnosis. This guy doesn't really get Hypnosis, does it? Well, yeah. Do with that what you will. Hisuian Arcanine, bro. That one is gonna be so fucking fire, bro. I'm so excited for this one. Because this guy does get Rocket, and he also gets fucking Head Smash. 150 base power. Unfortunately, only 80% accurate. But, yeah. You guys can tell, just Choice Band, Animate, Choice Bandit, fucking Walk, what's his name again? Head Smash. 150 base power, Flare Blitz. You guys will not take any recoil from both of these moves, which is amazing. When the last two moves are really up for debate, I think it still gets extreme speed, doesn't it? Oh, dude! And then you just have one more move, one coverage move, Close combat, maybe Iron Head. Wild Shot. I mean, Bulldoze could be good because you really don't need any coverage with these kind of moves, right? But alternatively, if you don't wanna run your offensive set, you could run something like Howl, Snarl, Rock Tomb. I mean, it's still an Arcanine, guys, but bro, you don't wanna have an Arcanine which is also a Rock type, be a defensive Pokemon, and you can just have regular Arcanine do these things anyways. But this guy, 115 attack is mid, but with these strong moves, this thing is gonna go in. Obviously, you could also think about things like Clear Amulet, defensive Terra types, blah blah blah. However, who the fuck cares? This guy is gonna go in. So, next Pokemon. Galarian Slowbro. Actually, really like this Pokemon. However, I didn't really use it because when I wanted to use it, fucking Urshifu came out. Luckily, Urshifu actually will come back. Fuck. Okay. Does this guy get teleport now? Ooh, acid spray. Body press. I think it still gets scored. Oh shit. Right, can I? No! What did I do? Man, this is so difficult to look at this thing. What? Ah, right here. Okay. It does get Snowscape, okay. What are some of the move pool deletions? Oh. Let's see, does it say that does it say that teleport got deleted? No. So I wonder if this guy actually gets teleport. Ah, it doesn't. Okay, that's unfortunate. However, it is able to learn Snowscape. So you could use this guy on a Hail team, like Trick Room, Snowscape, for example. It is really slow, so you could also give this guy something like an Iron Ball in order to outspeed Torkoal. Now, why would you run this guy? I don't really know. Because you also have Pokemon like Galarian Slow King, which are really good as well, obviously. And this guy that isn't really as bulky. So I would actually, on this guy, what you could actually do is run Belly Drum, which used to do a lot in singles, but now, that was in Sword and Shield. Now, you can run Terra Fighting Drain Punch. You can either run with Trick Room, or with Claw, Quick Draw, which gives you a 60% chance to move first, which is really nice. Alternatively, this thing will most likely have access to Expanding Force again, so you can use a set making use of this. I think, does this guy get Acid Armor? No. Iron Defense? Most likely not. Because, oh, it does get Iron Defense. So Iron Defense Body Press, also really good set on this guy. And what you also can do is obviously you can make use of Acid Spray. For example, if you were to have a set like Trick Room, you could then have Acid Spray and give this guy, like I said, like an Iron Ball or something. And then you could pair this guy up with something like Torkoal, yeah, and just have really good support options. I'm really excited for this guy. This is gonna be hype. Next up, I'm gonna have Alolan Muk. My boy Phantom actually already made a set for this. I don't know exactly what the EVs do, but the point is you have a really bulky Assault Vest Pokemon with Terra Water in order to get rid of your weaknesses. Maybe another Terra type would be better, because this guy already is only weak to Ground, and that's it, I think. So maybe something like Terra Flying would be good as well. And you have Poison Jab with Poison Touch, which gives you, I think it's a 50% of poisoning. I forgot how the math works exactly, but basically you have a 30% chance of it poisoning and then a 60% chance of it not poisoning, and then you have to multiply like the 60% chance with a chance for poison jab to poison to another 30%. So I think it's like around 50% of poisoning, which is amazing, because obviously if you want to use something like those, if you wanna poison your opponent's Pokemon, Alolan Mug will be a good choice in order to do this. It also still has access to knockoff, which is really, really amazing, because you can pair this guy up with something like Amoonguss, for example, in order to get rid of safety goggles and then be able to spore safely. I'm pretty sure there are also a number of good sets that this guy can run, like Haze. Finally, a good Pokemon that can use fucking Haze, bro, that can beat Dondozo Tatsugiri. And also, since this guy is immune to something like Taunt, I could definitely see this guy running some curse sets, because this guy is actually quite slow, so you could definitely make use of this. Unfortunately, I don't think he gets any priority moves. We don't know if it still gets Shadow Ball, but yeah. Another thing to consider, would definitely be Foul Play as well, because it's a Dark type after all, as well as Toxic, because obviously on a starting, I mean, I'm pretty sure it still gets Shadow Sneak. I think, yeah, we're gonna see about this, because regular Mug gets Shadow Sneak, so you should be able to get Shadow Sneak via the Herba Mystica. Sorry, not the Herba Mystica, the Mirror Herb. So yeah. Also, Clear Smog obviously really good if you don't wanna run Haze. So yeah, really excited for this guy as well. I love Alolan Mug. I never got the opportunity to use one in battle, unfortunately. So yeah. Next up we have Hisuian Electrode. This guy's gonna be ass, I'ma just say it outright. I don't think there's much to talk about. This guy is literally Electrode, but he's also Grass type now. 80 special attack, 50 attack. I have no idea why you would use this guy. I'm looking for something interesting in this moveset. I mean, obviously you could come up with some meme sets, which is something that I will definitely do. But like 150 base speed isn't even close to being good anymore. I mean, of course you could run a Choice Scarf set with Electro Web, if it even gets that. I actually don't think it gets Electro Web. Well, if. I mean, you could run it like a focus set with screens, but Regieleki exists. Like, I really don't know why you would wanna use this guy. I mean, a fast Rain Dance or Sunny Day could definitely be good. Does it even get Sunny Day? Okay, I guess a fast Rain Dance, but again, Regieleki can do the same thing. Some things that Regieleki cannot do is go for Clover Blast. So if you wanna go for screens and then kill yourself, you can do this. However, I don't see why you wouldn't be dead anyways after that. Okay, who cares? Yeah, this guy is gonna be asked, unfortunately. I mean, it's one of the fastest taunt users, but it doesn't have Prankster, so yeah, not much to talk about here, unfortunately. Next up, we have regular towers, actually. Sheesh. Let's see. I mean, regular towers could actually be really interesting, because it does have Intimidate. Which obviously I don't know how valuable that will be. But we have already seen the other towers forms being really, really good with Intimidate. However, there are gonna be lots of other really good Intimidate Pokemon that are gonna come out of the home update. But this guy is gonna be a really good Intimidate user, because it doesn't have any weaknesses except for fighting, which isn't that big of a deal, obviously. And then you could go for something like Body Slam in order to paralyze opposing Pokemon. You do have stuff like Helping Hand, for example, like Bulldoze, and Icy Wind. Dude, yeah, this guy actually might be a really good support Pokemon now, which is crazy to think about. Like Icy Wind, Body Slam, for speed control, like Protect, because obviously VGC player love themselves by fucking Protect, bro. And then Helping Hand, you know? That's like already a good set. Easy. Something like this. You are really fast to get a fast body slams off. You can Helping Hand your Flutter Mains, your, I don't know, fucking Kyogres or whatever. Intimidate. Easy. Other options would obviously be Anger Point and Sheer Force, because this guy is still fast. unlike the other towers would only have 100 base speed for some reason. So yeah, I could actually see towers being good, which is crazy. Next up, Articuno. Next up, Galarian. Let's see. I actually use quite a bit of Galarian Articuno. I really like a Galarian Articuno because it does have the competitive ability, so you will be able to punish Pokemon like Incineroar and Landorus. And now with Terrestrializing, you can Terrestrialize this guy into a Water type. Does he get any Water type moves? No, not any special ones at least. In order to one-shot these Pokemon, which is really nice. You could also go for Covered Cloak actually, in order to not get faked out, and then you are gonna be really good into these Pokemon. This is also gonna be really good with Expanding Force and Tailwind as well. This guy's gonna be a really good Tailwind user. You can also run Imprison Trick Room, Hypnosis if you really want to. Yeah, really excited for this guy. However, I do think another Pokemon that's gonna come up later is gonna be outclassing this guy a bit. What this guy got going for though is its high speed and special attack. One thing I did, for example, is I used Trick Room, and then I used an Iron Ball, because that makes it grounded, so that the Expanding Force becomes double target. However, now you can just Terrestrialize, so you can run this guy with Tailwind, next to an Indeedee, for example, so then you can decide if you wanna go for Trick Room, or if you wanna go for Tailwind. And then you can run this guy with either actually that doesn't make any sense, with a Life Orb, for example. And then again, tear up Psychic, so that the Expanding Force becomes really strong. This could be really good. And the speed and high special attack will definitely make this guy very different from whatever Pokemon is gonna come up next. A lot of you guys will already know. When Zapdos returning, it's actually really hype, and luckily, it does not lose all of the fucking moves that it would have lost if it wasn't for the home update. So we still get access to Heatwave. We still get, I don't know if it actually get, yeah, it still gets Hurricane. Let's go! Bro, I love fucking Zapdos, bro. I mean, I'm really sick of fighting a lot of Zapdos when it was meta. But Thunder Hurricane on Rain team, this is what Rain needed, bro. Because there aren't a lot of good flying types. Actually, no, there are a lot of good flying types, but not a lot of good electric types. And if, this is actually really good for Rain teams, because now you can spam this guy. And also, obviously, Sun is one thing that you really don't want to fight with a Rain team. So luckily, oh dude, it still gets Weather Ball. So you can run Weather Ball and Heat Wave, for example, like a Choice Specs or Life Orb set. Bro, I'm so hyped. Dude, I miss Weather Ball so much. I fucking love Weather Ball, bro. Because now you can run, for example, Choice Specs, Zapdos, Terrestrialize into a Water type, spam these Weather Balls, or you can Terrestrialize into a Fire type, spam Heat Waves, or you can Terrestrialize into a Fire type, spam Weather Ball, and if your opponent switches into Torkoal, you're just gonna Weather Ball everything, bro. Man, this is super hype, bro. I really hope this will end up being the case. I'm definitely gonna spam Zapdos, I love this guy. So, yeah. Next up, Galarian Zapdos. It now gets Tailwind, which is huge. So you can still run like Focus Sash. Dude, why am I looking for Focus Sash? What the fuck? So you can still run Focus Sash sets. However, I personally think that Covered Cloak is gonna be amazing on this guy, because it already got Defiant, and then you can run things like Thunderous Kick, obviously Brave Bird, and really destroy these Rillaboom and Cineros. You could also run a Bulk Up set, which I think is really interesting. Again, because these Rillabooms and Cineros are gonna be annoying as fuck, and then you can just bulk up on them and get big on them, and then destroy them. Also gets Taunt for Amoonguss, Tailwind, Coaching, obviously it still gets, which I think is really cool personally, Quick Guard for support, and now also gets access to like Rain Dance, Sunny Day and shit like this. Really cool. Next up, regular Moltres. Another mon I really like using, but not sure how good this guy is going to be. I used it a bit in singles, where I used a really defensive stat to pair it up with regular Stunfisk, which made a really good defensive core. But that's not gonna be good in VGC. In VGC, we're most likely either gonna see stuff like Hurricane, but we could still see things like Mystical Fire, Will-O-Wisp. Why doesn't I get Mystical Fire here? I swear I use this guy in Sword and Shield. But I personally think we are gonna see, if we are gonna see this guy at all, we could either see it on Sun teams, or on Rain teams, or, similar to Zapdos, on both. So this guy also obviously gets Hurricane. Pretty sure he gets Weather Ball too. I'm very sure. Yeah, this guy gonna go crazy. Unfortunately, he's quite slow, but I'm just glad we are getting more special attackers, because if you right now want to do special attackers, you would pretty much just have fucking... What the fuck, I didn't know Hooper was this strong, what the fuck. You are pretty much forced to use like Iron Bundle and Flutter Mane. But now we have Pokemon like... Okay, scrap that. Next up, Galarian Moltres. I mean, this guy is pretty much gonna be a bad... what's it called? The guy with a dark flying type. Yeah. Mewtwo. Mewtwo actually gets Imprison now, which is really nice, because now you can use Mewtwo to imprison Trick Room. But I still don't think Mewtwo is worth using, just like in all of the older formats. Yes, it does get a lot of coverage. So you could use, for example, Mewtwo in Sun with Flamethrower, but not much to talk about, I think, because, yeah, it's Mewtwo. It unfortunately does suck a bit. Mew, another point that's gonna be really interesting. It does get a lot of new moves. Nothing really much to talk about. Mew is still gonna be an amazing support Pokemon if something like Series 13 were ever to return. Hisuian Typhlosion, bro. I'm excited for this guy as well, if you guys don't know for some reason. So this guy does get Frisk, which is unfortunate because its other ability was really good. What was his Solar Power, right? No. Dude, what was his fucking ability? Flash Fire, of course. Losing one immunity definitely sucks, but with a Ghost type it gains 2 other immunities. So I'm really excited for this guy personally, because you can spam with really fucking strong eruptions. They also now get access to Mystical Fire, which is amazing. Obviously you can give this guy a Choice Specs, maybe even Choice Scarf. With a Frisk ability, that's literally only gonna be useful in formats without open team sheets, but I will play these formats with Hisuian Typhlosion. I'm really excited. I got my shiny Hisuian Typhlosion with a bunch of ribbons, which you guys can see in literally my most popular video. So if you wanna see this, check it out. I can definitely recommend it. Yeah, this guy gonna be really good. I can definitely see this game being used next to like a Fake Out Pokemon, next to Tailwind Pokemon, next to Redirection Pokemon, next to Torkoal. And yeah, you can just go crazy on these hoes. Spam some fucking powerful ass eruptions. Make these stall teams look like, I don't know, a bunch of Magikarps or whatever, man. I don't know. Like, dude, you're gonna go crazy. One thing you can do, for example, is pair this guy up with Persian Alola. Obviously, you go for Fake Out, Fake Tears. Yeah. Icy Winds as well. Foul Plays. Does this guy get Faint? No. Cause you may wanna pair this guy up. It does get Faint! Let's go. So that way you can get around White Guard. However, as of right now, we obviously don't know how common White Guard will be. But I'm really excited for this guy, as you guys can tell. Now, Slowking Galar, similar to Slowbro also love this Pokemon, also 30 base speed. This guy is way more specially defensive, so using this guy with something like Snowscape is way more valuable, as well as Trick Room. Does this guy also get Acid Spray? It does also get Acid Spray, so you can still use Acid Spray as well. It does also get T-Spikes and Toxic and Taunt, which is and Snarl? What the fuck, bro? Bro, no special attacker will be able to kill this fucking guy, bro. Bro, you can just run like max Fistef and then one Snarl and have this guy on like a snow team next to Obama Snow, for example, and go crazy. Obviously, Trick Room would be really good. But it's actually crazy. This guy gets Snarl. Like, that's so nutty, bro. That's so nutty. And also Toxic. Obviously, really good for these stall teams. This guy also will be able to absorb T-Spikes. With the Vegeta ability, it will be really good. Also, you do have Curious Medicine, which could be really good if you wanna use this guy next to like Intimidate Pokemon and stuff. But I think Regenerator is more reliable for the most part. Next up, we got Quillfish Hisui. So you will be able to use this guy with an Eviolite. As you guys know, I actually used regular Quillfish. Dude, I still don't know how to spell this guy. In order to get to 1900s, 1980 I should say, 1986 on Pokemon Showdown, so I can definitely recommend this guy. However, Hisuian Quillfish does have the same stats, but a way better typing, so you could definitely still pull this off. However, now, you can give this guy an Eviolite, which is absolutely amazing, because it's gonna be so bulky. The set that I run was Poison Jab with fucking Poison Barb. Yes, I'm serious. I got to 1900s with Poison Barb Quillfish. If you wanna see more Heat content like that, guys, make sure to subscribe. If you wanna see these videos, just go on my channel. There are gonna be a ton of Heat fucking videos on deck. I ran Poison Jab. I ran Haze. Protect. With Terra Ghost. And then Waterfall. Because Dondozo Tatsugiri were absolutely fucking everywhere. So I was able to get up Rain and sometimes even Tailwind in order to make sure I outspeed with my Quillfish, and I was able to haze at pretty much every point. Also, Meowscarada was the number 1 most used Pokemon, so with a Poison Barb, I was able to actually one-shot Meowscarada, or at least bring it down to its focus sash with Poison Jab, and obviously Waterfall in the rain was actually really weak because this guy got 95 attack, bro. But something like this could still work very well if you wanna beat Dondozo Tatsugiri. But now, since this guy is actually a poison type, you can now run things like Barb Barrage, like Gunk Shot, stuff like this. You don't have to run a water move, you can still do. Oh, Acid Spray, bro. Acid Spray is actually gonna be really good support. Same with Icy Wind. It's actually gonna be really good. That's probably gonna go on the thumbnail, bro. Because this guy with all of these support moves is actually gonna be really valuable. Because obviously you're gonna be really fast with a Swift Swim, and then you can make use of Acid Spray in order to support other Rain Sweepers or other Pokemon in the rain. You can also go for Taunt. Actually, I had Taunt on this guy as well, in order to shut down Pokemon like Amoonguss and a lot of these annoying ass Perish Song teams. Actually, went undefeated against Perish Song as soon as I figured out how to use this guy. Because with Taunt, I changed the set a bit by the way, just so you guys know. With Taunt, you can obviously taunt these Perish Song Pokemon, and with Terra Ghost, you're gonna be able to switch out of Perish Song. So this was incredibly valuable. I was pretty much, yeah, like I said, undefeated against Power Song teams as soon as I figured out how to use Quillfish properly. I do think Quillfish is a really high skill cap Pokemon, because you have to know when to haste, when to taunt, when to have it on the field, when you have a rain, when you have a tailwind. Luckily, that's not a problem for me, because I am quite skilled, as for me being 1900s with Quillfish should prove. So yeah, this guy, really excited for. Next up, Hisuian Sneasel. Not gonna be worth talking about, unless this guy actually gets some different abilities than Hisuian Sneasler. Let's see. Sneasel. As you guys know, I love using Sneasel because of its inner focus ability and really good support move pool, like Fake Out, Fake Tears, Foul Play, similar to Alolan Persian, but this guy also gets ice moves like Ice Shard to activate Weakness Policy, and a strong Ice Step is obviously really good, or was really good in a format with Landorus T running around. It also gets like Taunt and Surf and Feint. Helping Hand was also really good. Lots of these moves. However, unfortunately, wait, no, fortunately, Hisuian Sneasel will actually also have access to Inner Focus, which is huge, because you are gonna be immune to Fake Out, and you can also run Fake Out yourself, because this guy is really fast. And what status moves does he get? Um, let's see. It does get T-Spikes, which could be really good. Leer could be really good. Wait, that's it? What the fuck? Let's see here. So Acid Spray, way better fake tears. Unfortunately, you cannot Acid Spray Steel types, but you will be able to make focus sessions with Acid Spray. So that's gonna be really valuable. And a good point to use this guy over regular Sneasel. It also gets Fling, which is really good support. As you guys know, Phantom used to build a team with Fling, Weavile, and King's Rock, which actually got used by Pokesports, which is what he was really excited about that. So that was really nice. Oh, this guy gets Quick Guard. Does this guy get? I don't think this guy got Quick Guard. Oh, so you can run this guy with Quick Guard, which is gonna be really huge, because Quick Guard actually got the same priority as Fake Out, but this guy is faster than most other Fake Out users. Let's see. There are still some faster Fake Out users, but these are gonna be really uncommon. So yeah, that's nice. So yeah, only Sneasler, Weavile, and Persian will be faster than you, so you could definitely run this, which is gonna be really amazing. And you could also run Fling if you don't wanna get faked out, obviously. So Hisuian Sneasel, really exciting stuff. Next up, Kyogre. I think you guys know how to use Kyogre. Nothing to talk about right here, really. Same with Groudon. Actually, this guy now gets Will-O-Wisp. Phantom was really excited about this, by the way, because yeah, it's really good for these bulky teams, especially in a format like Series 13, if that will ever return. Something like bulky restricted Pokemon are gonna be really looked forward to. Also, it now gets Helping Hand, which is really funny, for a double restricted format, for example. Rayquaza. I'm a big Rayquaza believer. I actually got Rayquaza to number 4 on Pokemon Showdown. It was a really, really good team. Unfortunately, it will not be able to terrestrialize anymore, but its ability may actually come in very clutch, because you can shut down weather. I don't know if that will mean that you will be able to shut down sun and also photosynthesis, but that would be really exciting if it does happen. I don't think these Pokemon are gonna be really interesting, but who cares about those any? No! I just realized Ally Switch will be everywhere again. Fuck, bro. Oh shit, bro. Yeah, you can run these guys with Ally Switch. Dialga. Huh. Dude, I really hope they will allow Dialga Origin Dialga and stuff. That would be amazing. So Dialga is still gonna be really good with a Trick Room set. However, this guy... Oh, you could run this guy with Iron Defense Body Press. I actually already used some restricted Pokemon with Iron Defense Body Press. For example, Calyrex Ice, which was actually surprisingly good, because a lot of people will just intimidate Calyrex Ice with Pokemon like Incineroar, and then you can just turn the tables on those. So I could definitely see Iron Defense Body Press Dialga being really good. But outside of this, Dialga is just overall gonna be a solid Pokemon. We're not gonna see too much things differently than we saw in older formats. What about the other Dialga? So if you give this guy an Adamant Crystal, I don't know if this is gonna be in the game, but I will assume it will be at some point, at least in the DLC. It will gain 20 special defense and lose 20 attack. This is not worth the adamant crystal item. However, on Palkia, you actually gain 20 base speed, which will definitely justify the usage of his orb. And then you will most likely want something like telepathy, and then you can actually go crazy. You can pair this guy up with a bulldoze Pokemon, for example, make use of a really high special attack. This is gonna be really exciting. Again, with this guy, not really much to talk about. You're most likely just gonna see some offensive sets. You may also see the Trick Room regular Palkia. Also really good with telepathy, of course. You could also run pressure if you want to. One thing that I did, for example, is I ran Iron Ball Palkia. Actually, my man Ranstreifensaka came up with this set. Iron Ball Palkia, and then you can run things like Surf next to Cradily, or you can just run a really slow Palkia overall, which is really cool. So this is still gonna be an option, especially with terrestrializing. This will be really good, because you can terrestrialize into something like the water type to get rid of your weaknesses, or like a steel type in order to beat these fairy types, and then you can still go for these high, very strong spatial events. Oh, that reminds me, does this guy get focus energy? Fuck! Dude, if this guy got focus energy, that would be so good, because you can use spatial wind in order to crit, spatial wind, in order to crit through Dondozo Tatsugiri, which will be really cool. It does also get Icy Wind, by the way, I just saw this. So in a double restricted format, you could use this guy with Icy Wind, which is even more hype because of the 20 speed points it gains. So now it is actually going to be faster than all of these base 100 restricted Pokemon. Like, shit. Was it? No, all of them were base 90, weren't they? Like Reshiram and stuff. Well, anyways, being 120 base speed instead of 100 is definitely gonna be very valuable. Next up, Heatwin. Again, not much to talk about, I think. Giratina, same thing. Cresselia actually got nerfed, if you guys didn't know. It lost some of its bulk, which, dude, what the fuck, Game Freak? Out of all the Pokemon to nerf, you nerf Cresselia. I mean, who cares anyways? With this guy, again, not much to talk about. Actually, no, there is. It does get Thunderbolt now, which is really cool, because you can, one, terrestrialize Electric, or Terra Electric, in order to get rid of all of your weaknesses, and then you will have no weaknesses at all, and you will be able to run Thunderbolt as coverage, which is really cool. Arceus, dude, we're gonna be an insane amount of sets. I will talk about this whenever Arceus will be legal. Hisuian Samurott. Like I said in my video yesterday, I'm actually really excited for this guy. I've never used Samurott or Hisuian Samurott, and this guy actually gets Sharpness, which is a really good ability. It will boost moves like Aqua Cutter and Night Slash, which will be really good. It also now gets access to Psycho Cut through Pokemon Home, and also moves like Iron Tail and Poison Jab in order to have coverage against fairy types. I could definitely see this guy really good with something like a Life Orb, like Aqua Jet, you know. Or also Ceaseless Edge. It sets up spikes. That's actually really good. Also Encore could be good, however this guy is rather slow. But if you want something to destroy Stall, you can go for... Oh, it also gets Knockoff, which is incredibly valuable. And Sucker Punch? Dude, this guy gonna be nutty. So you can also not run with Sharpness ability and instead run Torrent if you want to for some reason. But you can run with Ceaseless Edge move. What's it? Ceaseless Edge. I don't know how strong this move will actually be, because right now it's only available in Legends Arceus, and the base power of moves in Legends Arceus is kinda wacky anyways. But you can use this guy to definitely break through Stall, because you can go for Ceaseless Edge to get up spikes, and you can also then Encore the opponent's Stall Pokemon, while still pairing this guy up with something else that can be good into Stall. You can also go for Brick Break to break screens, you can go for Aqua Jet and Sucker Punches for priority. You have Knockoff in order to get rid of safety goggles. So for example, you can pair this guy up with an Amoonguss, you can knock off the safety goggles on opposing Pokemon, and then you can just Spore. You can also use Fling and Icy Wind if you want to, which I don't know why you would want to. But yeah, really excited for this guy. Could definitely be a good stall breaker. Dude, Lilligant is Sui. This guy is actually so fucking busted, bro. What the fuck? You have Chlorophyll. You still have After You. You still have Sleep Powder. But now you also have so much more moves, bro. This guy actually gets a signature move, which is actually the physical equivalent of Quiver Dance, which is absolutely fucking broken. This guy also gets Synthesis, so you can you can imagine this, you can see where this is going, right? Synthesis in the sun and then Victory Dance, bro. I mean, the name should speak for itself. This guy's gonna be so fucking busted. You can always run an offensive set. You can also run fucking Growth. You can also run a Pollen Puff set. Yeah, I don't think I have to talk about this guy. Everything I will tell you will probably become meta anyways, so I won't have to tell you guys this. But I'm really excited to use this Pokemon. It's gonna be so fucking broken. It got my favorite move ever, Big Break, and also it is Stab. And also gets Encore, which I've already talked about how broken this move is. Especially on a fucking 105 base speed Pokemon with Chlorophyll. This guy's gonna outspeed everything. And with Sun being really good in a Pokemon with Koraidon, which will probably be in the format. Basically, where I'm going at is this guy will win Worlds. Change my mind. Basculin, you will now be able to use this guy with an Eviolite. However, I don't know if that's gonna be really worth it. Let's see. Unfortunately, you will only be able to use the White Stripe Basculin with an Eviolite. Oh wait, sorry, that's the wrong one. This guy with an Eviolite. And this guy doesn't actually does get that ability. It would be interesting if this guy got Swift Swim, but it's fine. So you can run this guy with Eviolite. Does he get any good status moves? It does get Soak, but it's really slow, so Soak doesn't really. Actually, it's quite fast, but not fast enough in order to justify running Soak. So what you could do is run something like Rest, Sleep Talk, and then some really strong water type moves like and also Last Respects, obviously. I don't know how broken Last Respects will be in singles, but definitely really good move either way. Yeah, this guy could be quite good, like Wave Crash for example, with added ability, but not really worth using, I think. Braviary Asui. Now, I'm really excited for this guy, because it is pretty much the same thing as Articuno. It doesn't get what's it called again? Competitive, unfortunately. However, he does get Tinted Lens, which would be really good for like a Choice Specs Expanding Force set, if it actually gets that. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't get Expanding Force. That's quite a shame. Okay. Shit. Well, it will still be really good, because you will be able to hit everything for super strong amounts of damage. For example, Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam, Terra Fire, Heat Wave, it also now gets access to Mystical Fire, will all be really good. It also does get access to Tailwind, which is obviously very valuable. It does not have like a signature Psychic type attack that you can go for. Yeah, Esper Ring. 100%. Wait, what? To raise the speed by one stage? I don't know. We don't know exactly if this is gonna be how the move is gonna be implemented, because, like I said, the Legends Arceus move are very janky. But this would actually be nutty, because you can run something like Call Mind, and now get access to Roost as well, or recover one of these. And like I said when I talked about Galarian Articuno, this guy is actually quite bulky, so you can run this with Mystical Fire, which it now gets access to, and paired up with an Intimidate Pokemon, and you can go crazy. And you can also run Sheer Force, obviously, if you don't want the speed boost for some reason, but you will be able to run Sheer Force on a more offensive set, like an Air Slash set, like an Heat Wave set, like a Choice Spec set, for example. So you could give this guy a Life Orb or a Covered Cloak. Actually, no, you can give this guy a Life Orb and then Tailwind, set up Tailwind for yourself, and then just go crazy with a Sheer Force set. So yeah, I'm really excited. Let me know about you guys. Tornadus. So Tornadus now get access to Sunny Day, which is actually really good. We have seen a lots of Rain Dance Tornaduses in Sword and Shield, and now getting access to Sunny Day is actually really good, because obviously there are gonna be a lot of Sun teams. You can also still run the Rain Dance set. Tornadus, absolutely love this Pokemon because it's one of the Prankster Tailwind setters. I'm really glad another Prankster Tailwind setter comes to the game because I love using Prankster Tailwind, as you guys can probably know this. And now also gets this move, which sounds broken as fuck. 30% chance to lower before speed by 1. I'm not excited for this move because obviously everyone is gonna run this move, which just introduces a lot of RNG. But like I said, with a lot of these Legends R-size moves, we don't know for sure how this works. Yeah, Tornadus, not much to talk about. Covered Cloak, Focus Sash, Terra Ghost, Terra Flying, maybe even Terra Fire Heatwave could be good. But offensive sets are still gonna be viable, obviously. So yeah, really glad this guy will return. Icy Wind obviously as well. And it also now gets access to Terra Blast. Wow. Thunderous gets access to Snarl now, which is actually crazy. We have seen a lot of support Thunderouses with things like Thunder Wave, Scary Face, EV Impulse, which we are still gonna see. I will personally be excited for fucking Defiant Thunderous. I absolutely love Defiant Thunderous. I pretty much put this into all of my teams. You can run something like Terra Flying, Terra Blast with a 111 base speed and go crazy. Unfortunately, it only gets wild shots as good electric type moves as far as I know. Actually it does get Thunder Punch, which will be really good. And Wind Bolt Storm will be really good for the other Thunderous set, which now also can run Terra Flying, Terra Blast. This guy is probably be really good as well because it just gets so strong special attack. This guy can for example run Discharge next to an Earthquake Pokemon with Terra Electric, or like I said, Terra Flying, Terra Blast will be really good. It gets so much coverage moves like Grass Knot. I think it also gets Feed Wave, right? No, my bad. But this guy, really excited for this guy to return. I love Thunderous. Landorus, I'm not excited at all for this guy to return. This guy gonna be everywhere, bro. Landorus always finds a fucking way. Landorus terrain, with her intimidate ability, will be able to switch around and intimidate everyone. There are a bunch of sets. You can run Choice Band, Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, Life Rob, Rocky Helmet, Citrus Berry, Assault Vest. Every item that exists you will be able to run on Landorus. Every move that exists you will be able to run on Landorus. Every ability it has you will be able to run on Landorus. Yeah, same with both types. Every Terra type it gets you will be able to run on Landorus. Personally, I'm not excited for this guy, especially since it now gets fucking nasty plot. Which is gonna be broken as fuck. So yeah, not excited at all. Meloetta, a Pokemon I've never used. I don't see it being very good. Delphox. Delphox, another Pokemon I've never used. Sounds really interesting. 104 base speed. I already saw Encore, which is really good. Let's see what status moves it gets. Actually, I don't even have a shiny Delphox yet, but I'm waiting for the Pokemon Go Community Day. Nasty Plot will be a good set. Carmine will probably be a good set. It does get Switcheroo, which is really interesting. Howl, Hypnosis. Imprison Trick Room will be really good. I wonder if this guy gets any good moves. It doesn't look like it. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about this guy. Not really much to talk about. Like, choice specs will be really good, but it doesn't really get expanding force, so we'll see about this guy. Carving. I've actually used carving. It's not worth it. Just use Dianse. Just kidding, carving is actually better. Hisuian Gudra. So much to talk about, bro. Sepsiper is a really good ability because it will allow you to be immune to Spore. When you have so many stats like Acid Armor, Body Press, you can run it on store teams with things like Dragon Tail. Let's see what status moves it gets. Gets Curse, which will be really good. Life Dew is actually amazing for support Pokemon. This guy will be able to pair up very well with Pokemon like the Ruin Pokemon. Look at these stats, bro. Pair this guy with a snail and give it Life Dew, and both of these things will live forever, bro. This guy's gonna be so meta, bro. But there are also some fun things that you can do. Like, okay, let's first talk about the store thing. So we have Body Press, and an insanely high defense stat. Actually, that's fine. It's a okay highest defense stat. And then Dragon Tail. This guy on a stall team Dragon Tailing everything will be annoying as fuck. And then obviously, since you are really specially defensive, you are gonna make excellent use of Body Press. Life 2 to heal up this guy and your partners, like for example the Snail, which will be able to lead seed everything. And then, yeah, you can go crazy. You could obviously also go for like some, what did I just do? Who cares? For some offensive sets, 110 special attack is definitely not bad. This guy does get a lot of moves since it is a Gudra after all. So yeah, this guy is gonna be really fucking good. He also gets Feint, which would be good for hyper offense teams. So yeah. Next up, Everlakesui. I've hinted at this guy a bit before. It now gets access to Ice Shard. Also, Strong Jaw is a really good ability, because this guy actually gets really high attack. 127 is nothing to scoff at, especially with a Strong Jaw ability. This guy's gonna be a really good Trick Room Sweeper. You do get access to Right Guard, which is always valuable. Let's see what physical moves does it get. I'm pretty sure its signature move doesn't actually get powered up, Mountain Gale, by its Strong Jaw ability. We'll see about that. Also, if this guy will be able to flinch, something like this will be really good. However, we will see how good this guy will be. With Strong Jaw, I could see something like Terra Dark Crunch in order to help beat things like Armor Whoosh and Didi. But I don't really know any moves that it gets that actually get boosted by Strong Jaw. Yeah, I actually don't know if Ice Shard will be boosted by Strong Jaw. Oh no, only bite-based moves. So we'll see what bite-based move this guy will get. It also gets Aurora Veil now, which is really good. Yeah, maybe I was a bit too excited for this guy, but we will see about this. Janse, airs don't use it. Hooper is actually gonna be so fucking busted, bro. I've never used Hooper. I'm really excited for this guy to return. As you guys can see, Hooper Unbound. So fucking strong, bro. It gets some signature moves. Hyperspace Fury. 100 base power. Lowers defense by 1. Also breaks Protect. This guy is gonna be so fucking strong, bro. I'm really excited for this guy. Finally a good stall breaker, bro. Also gets Nasty Plot, I think. Yeah. Really fucking amazing. Volcanion. Nothing changes about this guy. It's probably still gonna be the same that it was in Series 13. Luckily, it kept it kept Rubber Ball, which I absolutely fucking love Rubber Ball Volcanion. If you guys saw my Series 13 videos, you guys know I love running Choice Specs Volcanion with Rubber Ball. because it doesn't matter what weather is up, you will still have a strong weather ball, which will be really exciting for the Scarlet and Violet format, because obviously there are gonna be lots of weather wars with Koraidon and the Paradox Pokemon being this good. Gonna charge my computer real quick. Hisu and Decidueye, unfortunately this guy is gonna be super ass. I will be still, I wanna try to use this guy at least, but I don't know if he's gonna be really good, unfortunately, because he's just so slow. I think I will go over some sets that you could be viable as soon as the format comes out, because right now there's nothing that really stands out as being good on this Pokemon. I hate to say it. So yeah, Magearna, nothing really changed about how to use Magearna as well. Let's see. Does it get any crazy new moves? Terror Blast. Yeah, nothing too interesting here. Rillaboom will not lose Grass Delight, which is yay. So yeah, probably nothing is gonna change about how to use this guy. Just one Terra Grass, just one Bulky Terra type. You can use Sword Dance on this guy still, Grassy Seed on this guy still. You can still use Assault Vest, Choice Band, whatever you want. Still gonna be a great Pokemon. Zacian actually got nerfed, which is really nice. But I don't think that's gonna make a difference. If Zacian is going to be able to terrestrialize, this guy is still gonna go absolutely insane. Zamazenta now gets access to Body Press, which is really cool. And also Big Break, which I'm personally really excited for. Because what I used to do with Zamazenta is actually steal Moxie boosted Zamazentas. What am I doing? Zamazenta, this guy, used to have Choice Band, had some really good videos with it. I also used Quick Attack, which will now be able to boost by terrestrialization. And obviously Big Break will be really good in order to get rid of these annoying ass screens, which is gonna be really nice. Eternatus will come out as well. Guys, you guys know, but Tire by Eternatus will still rule. As long as actually no! Because of Zacian's attack nerf, it might not be as viable. But that's fine, we can always lower the defense EVs on this guy, so that's nice. Petaya by Eternatus will still be the way to go. For you guys who don't know what Petaya by Eternatus is, you should subscribe. Basically, my boy Randstreifen Sucker came up with it. Basically, what is this? Disgrace Petaya by. Basically, when you fight against Zacian, you need a damage boosting item like Choice Bags in order to one-shot Zacian with Flamethrower. Dude, I cannot spell. Like Flamethrower. I think it might now get access to Fire Blast as well, but that can miss, so that sucks. However, if you're locked into a Choice Specs, you don't wanna go for a Flamethrower, because then you cannot use your Dynamax Cannon, which is obviously the move that it gets, which is the main thing that Tornadoes got going for it, because such a high speed and high special attack with Dynamax Cannon used to be incredibly valuable, but now it is still gonna be a really good Pokemon, because Pokemon like Incineroar and Rillaboom are gonna rise again, and with Dynamax Cannon you will be, and because of its defensive typing, you will actually be able to wall Incineroar and Rillaboom. You can obviously still run things like Cosmic Power, which will be really good in this format with Terrestrialization to change your type, which I'm not really excited for, to be honest, but yeah, actually go to top 10 with Eternatus, not with a Petaya Berry, but oh yeah, I didn't explain what the Petaya Berry does. So basically, if Zacian hits you with the Helios Blade, you will get in range of Petaya Berry, and after that, Flamethrower will kill. So you can 1v1 Zacian and still switch up your moves, which is insanely creative and genius. So again, shout out to my boy Randstreifen Zuhacker. But with Petaya Berry, Eternatus actually was chilling at like top 300 when I only had 5 Pokemon on the team. But you can check out my video. Actually, I don't know if it was top 300. Actually, I think it was, but anyways, you guys can check out the team. Really good stuff. Urshifu now gets Sword Dance. I'm actually really excited for this. I used to hate Urshifu, but ever since Zacian got allowed, I really liked using Urshifu because no one else was using Urshifu, and I actually used it next to the Eternatus with a Choice Band in order to knock out Pokemon like Umbreon, which would be really annoying otherwise, and Pokemon like Calyrex Shadow. But now with Sword Dance, we're obviously gonna see Sword Dance sets as well. Zawood Daddy, let's go! For all of you guys who don't know about Zawood Daddy, you should subscribe. Did I say this already? So basically, it's called Zawood Daddy, right? You give this guy an assault vest. Leaf card ability doesn't really matter. Actually, it could be really good because with assault vest, you obviously don't want to one jungle healing. You actually want to wall Pokemon like Kyogre, like Calyrex Shadow, like Eternatus as well a bit. And then what I ran was Power Whip, Dark Lariat. No, what fucking move did I? What? I thought it was Dark Lariat. Yeah, I did one Dark Lariat, which will still be legal, most likely. And then actually Rock Tomb, and then Acrobatics. And this guy is so fucking broken in Series 13 because it was what are the best Pokemon in Series 13? Calyrex, Shadow Rider, Zacian, Groudon, Kyogre. It was all of them except for Zacian. It is also able to one-shot Groudon and Kyogre, as well as Calyrex Shadow Rider. And also, it is a grass type, but actually you can beat Charizard, because in my rank 1 team, yes, I got the route to rank 1, I used Calyrex Shadow Rider, which will mean that even if Charizard got a berry on deck, Rock Tomb into Astral Barrage will always get the kill. Which is, yeah, this guy is so fucking good, bro. I'm really excited for this guy to return. However, we may be able to, we need to change its set. It now gets access to Sword Dance. Encore also is really good. So it now gets access to Sword Dance. So you could, for example, use something like Sword Dance and Grassy Glide in order to sweep. Or maybe I will come up with something else, like Growth in the Sun, for example. And maybe Jungle Healing as well. Who knows? Zawood Daddy, my favorite Pokemon ever. It's on the background for a very good reason, bro. I love this guy, bro. He got the drip, he got the skill, and he got the action and the muscles too. Not the muscles, I guess, but he got the, like, there are so many people with a big mouth, bro, but the Root Daddy, he just shuts up and just hits rank 1, bro. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Well, you're lucky. Oh. Okay, next Pokemon. No, I'm not crying, guys. I'm not crying. This now you guys know why I don't have a face cam. Haha. Just kidding. Last year, this guy gonna be so fucking busted, bro. Because this guy in the snow is gonna be really fucking bulky. On a trick room, and even without trick room, is gonna be so fucking bulky. You just run clear amulet in order to stomp on Incineroar with high horsepower. And all of these fucking moves are gonna go crazy. Spectrier, obviously, same thing with Spectrier. You are still gonna be able to run Nasty Plot. You're still gonna be able to run Snarl, Will-O-Wisp. You are still gonna be able to run all of these things. Spectrier gonna be broken as fuck as well. Calyrex, nothing really changed about how to use this guy. So you're still gonna be able to run Focus Sash, Snarl, Will-O-Wisp. You're still gonna be able to run Crazy Kali with a modest choice specs. You are still gonna be able to run Calyrex Ice with Iron Defense Body Press, as I talked about, as well as Glacial Lance, stuff like this. Calyrex actually really profits from the clear amulet item, which is really cool. Really excited for Calyrex. I actually love this Pokemon, even though it is really good. Now, Real Deer. Who? How do I spell this? Real Deer, right here. It does get Intimidate, which is really valuable. And it also gets Sapsipper in case you wanna be immune to Spore, but you can just run Safety Goggles. This guy actually gets a really good support moves, like Trick Room, Imprison. And there's also a strat running around where your skills drop Intimidate to your opposing Pokemon, and then pair this guy up with a Pokemon that has the competitive ability, which I already talked about some that will be allowed, for example Galarian Articuno. which might not be a good pair for this guy, but who cares. So this is gonna be really cool. You can run the skills drop set, you can also run Trick Room, and Psy Shield Bash, which it's actually physical. Oh, interesting. It got the same attack as special attack. So yeah, you might wanna run Psy Shield Bash. You may wanna run Trailblaze, probably not. I think if I were to recommend you guys something like Imprison Trick Room, because that way you will be able to go for Trick Room yourself, or you will be able to imprison your opponent's Trick Room. You could also go for something like... nah, that's pretty much it. Let's see, does it get any more status moves? Yeah, Call Mind is something that you could use with the Intimidate, that will be very good. Hypnosis obviously also is really good. Spite could be interesting, but yeah, I think you're gonna see this guy as a bulky Intimidate pivot, which will actually be really good, a really good tracking setup because it's already so bulky, and with Intimidate it's even more bulky, so we'll be able to go for Trick Room as well. And also, you will be able to use Intimidate Standler with Eviolite now, which is really good because again you can also go for Trick Room. You can also go for like Calm Mind, Stored Power stuff. But this guy will most likely just be a support Pokemon. Maybe like Thunder Wave, stuff, Intimidate, stuff like this, maybe even Hypnosis. Really cool stuff. Next up, Cleaver. Cleaver will actually be really interesting because its signature move gets up Stealth Rocks, which is really cool. How the fuck do you spell Cleaver? Ah, here it is. So, you may want... It gets Sharpness now? That's crazy. So you can either run Sheer Force, if you don't want Stealth Rocks, and run really strong moves, like Rock Slide for example, or Stone Edge. It also gets Tailwind, which is really valuable. It isn't the fastest. 135 attack is actually really good. It's the same as like Guard Jump, I think, actually. Let me see. Yeah, 135 is really good. It's one higher than Salamence. Wait, Guard Jump has way lower attack, doesn't it? Oh shit. I was lying to you guys. Oops, my bad, boys. So yeah, really high attack, really high. Dude, Rock Slide is gonna be so fucking strong with this guy. Man, this guy is gonna be really good. You can run something like Clear Amulet, like Life Orb. You can run Rock Slide. This guy is another Pokemon that's really good into Incineroar Rillaboom, by the way. So Clear Amulet actually makes a lot of sense. Tailwind, again, really good. Feint is always really valuable. Rock Tomb, insane because Speed Control is insanely valuable. So you can either run Sheer Force with Rock Slide, like U-Turn, stuff like this. But you could also run Sharpness. I don't know what kind of moves he gets that get boosted by Sharpness actually. Night Slash would come to mind, for example. Maybe a signature move will also be boosted by Sharpness, but it will be worth running either way. Cleaver is gonna be really good, I hope. Dude, Ursaluna is gonna be so fucking broken, bro. It does get the Guts ability, which is amazing. You can run this guy with Flame Up, for example, and then 140 attack, Facade. Bruh. And look at how bulky it is. So basically, what you do is you click Protect, you click Trick Room, and then you one-shot everything with Facade. Obviously, you can also run a bulky set. It also does get access to White Guard, I think. It also gets Sword Dance, which is really valuable. So you can run this guy next to an Amoonguss, for example, and you actually cannot be spoiled as long as you have your Flame Orb activated, of course. Headlong Rush, gonna be really good. Yeah, again, Belly Drum as well. Not much to talk about with this Pokemon. It's gonna be so fucking broken. Pretty much everything is gonna be viable. and then afterwards we will see what his meta sets are anyways, so not as important to talk about. Now Basque Legion, actually I have no idea how to use this fucking guy. I've never used this guy obviously, so I think both of these get Swift Swim. There's a male and a female form, so one is more physical oriented, 112 attack, and the other one is more specially oriented. What moves does he get? Aqua Jet. So yeah, I think for the physical oriented one, which is the male one, we're gonna see just Swift Swim sets. It also now gets access to Last Respect, which will be super fucking broken in singles obviously. But outside of this, not really much to talk about I think. It also however gets addet ability, which actually will make things like Wave Crash, Head Smash incredibly fucking strong. Psychic Fangs are gonna be really good to hit Pokemon like Amoonguss as well. Icy Wind is really good support for the Swift Swim set as well. Yeah, Wave Crash. You could also run this guy with Substitute actually, in order to go around Pokemon like Amoonguss, which could be really interesting. Whereas Legion Female is more so specially oriented. Only 100 special attack, that really isn't that good. But in the rain is still gonna be good. What status moves does it get? I don't think this one is gonna be as good because I don't really see any good supporting moves that would justify using this guy. So could be good, but Water Ghost is a really good typing though. But like, yeah, I really don't know. 100 special attack really isn't that good. Shadow Ball is kinda nice. Chilling Water with 50 base power speaks for itself. I mean, Hydro Pump is really inaccurate, so yeah. You could use this guy with Surf, which is really cool. But you pretty much have to run Surf. I mean, yeah. Don't see this guy being that interesting or that good. It also gets adaptability, which is really cool. But yeah. You could also run Mold Breaker if Gastron is everywhere, for example. Because then you get around Storm Drain. But we're gonna see about that, right? Dude, Sneasler is gonna be so fucking broken. I already talked about Sneasel and how broken that is. But Sneasler is gonna be very different. Because first of all... Oh. Dude, didn't I just... Sneeze... Oh, okay. Because this guy, first of all, gets some really good ability, Unburden and Poison Touch. It's already insanely fucking fast. One of the fastest fake out users out there. But then also, you could run this guy with, for example, a normal gem. In order to activate Unburden. You could also run this guy with Grassy Seed, with Electric Seeds, next to Miraidon, for example, in order to activate Unburden and outspeed pretty much everything. What status moves does it get? It gets some really nice status moves like Taunt, Leer, I mean Quick Guard gonna be really valuable. Okay, actually doesn't get that good status moves, but that's fine because of its 130 attack. Whoa, dude, this guy is gonna be so fucking strong with Poison Touch and Poison Jab. It's gonna be able to poison everything, but I would recommend you guys to run Unburden actually, because Unburden with his seeds are gonna make this guy way more bulky than you will expect this guy to be. So you can have really strong Dire Claws, for example, which is so fucking broken. 50% chance to sleep, poison, or paralyze the target. That's gonna be so much RNG. I'm not excited, looking forward to this. You can also run just offensive moves like a Sword Dance set. You can also run Acid Spray support, which is really nice. You can run False Swipe if you wanna catch wild Pokemon. Yeah. But like I said, most likely just like a Drain Punch Drain Punch, Poison Jab kinda set. Maybe even Brick Break, my favorite move. I'm gonna be excited, looking forward to this. Bulk Up gonna be really good. For example, Psychic Seed. Psychic Seed. Dude, this is gonna be so fucking broken. Psychic Seed, Bulk Up, and then Drain Punch. It now gets access to Drain Punch because of a home update changes. We looked about this in my last video. This guy's gonna be so fucking broken, bro. I'm so excited for this. Man, I cannot wait. Next up, Overquill. As you guys know, I love Quillfish. And I hope Overkill will be no different. We do have some really valuable abilities like Intimidate. If you wanna use the bulky set, I would personally recommend the Swift Swim set. This still gets haste, so Dondozo will hopefully be super nerfed with all of his Pokemon getting haste. Now I'm really excited. You can run an Air Balloon on this guy to have no weaknesses. I wouldn't recommend this, but this is a really good typing. What moves does it get? Aqua Jet, really valuable. Liquidation, Crunch, Sword Dance, Taunt, Acid Spray. I mean, it's gonna be very similar to Quillfish, Icy Wind. Really good support and offensive Pokemon hybrid. Gonna be really good. I'm looking forward to this one as well. Not much to talk about because, well, you just fucking kill everything with this guy. Swift Swim. You can decide, do you want support, do you want offense, do you want a mixture between the two? For example, like a Haze Icy Wind set with dual step, I could see, or Terra Water with water moves as well. Loads of different items that would be good as well. Assault Vest, Clear Amulet come to mind. Stuff like this. This guy is gonna be really good. I love this guy. I'm so glad Quillfish finally got an evolution, bro. Next up, Enormous. This guy is gonna be so fucking broken. Let's first go to this guy. I'm pretty sure he gets superpower. Yep. He does get contrary and superpower. So this guy is Lurantis, but the cooler version of Lurantis. He's like the popular kid, but said the joke even louder, bro. You will not be able to intimidate this guy because you're just gonna give this guy an attack boost. I love using contrary Pokemon. As you guys know, I got Melimar and Lurantis to rank 2 twice. Unfortunately never rank 1, but who cares. Super good times. There are so many fun strats you can do. You can scary phase yourself in order to boost your speed. And you can also flatter yourself, for example, in order to boost your special attack. Which, look at this guy. You have 120 special attack. Flatter. For example, Grimmsnarl. With Flatter. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong move actually, wait, fuck. Eerie Impulse was what I meant. You can use Eerie Impulse. So you can basically use Pokemon with support moves like Scary Face and Eerie Impulse, which you would use anyways, but then use them on your contrary Pokemon in order to boost this guy as well. This is gonna be super exciting. So like I said, you can run physical sets which take advantage of Intimidate with superpower. Moves like this, Play Rough, Tailwind, Taunt, really valuable as well, especially because this guy is so fast. Yeah, really good. And for special moves, like I said, you can use Evil Impulse, Scary Face. Mystical Fire is gonna be really valuable. Moonblast, Core Mind. This guy is gonna be so fucking broken, bro. Next up, Enormous Terrain. This guy is gonna be really good in Trick Room because it's really slow. And with his Overcoat ability, it already has a built-in safety goggles. So you can run things like Choice Specs, Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, Mystical Fire, Earth Power. Really fucking good. This Pokemon is gonna be so good. But I'm personally actually really excited for the contrary form of actually both forms. I love using Trick Room, as you guys know. I love using contrary Pokemon. It's the best of both worlds, bro. It almost feels like Game Freak was watching my videos when they made this Pokemon, bro. Like, genuinely, bro. It's like, damn, this guy likes Trick Room and Contrary? Guys, one Pokemon I almost forgot. Last but not least, it wasn't on the spreadsheet. It's actually Chestnut. You know, at first I was thinking, bro, Chestnut, what is this guy gonna do? However, Phantom, my boy got me. He's really excited for Chestnut. He came up with a Terra Fire loaded dice set with Bullet Seed, Drain Punch, Terra Blast, and Spiky Shield. Now you might be thinking, okay, it's just not gonna do any damage. However, think about this. Flutter Mane, one shot. Iron Bundle, one shot. Chi-Yu, one shot. Amoonguss, not one shot, but dealt with, you know. And not only that, it's also really good into Pokemon like, Iron Bundle of course, but with a bulletproof ability, you won't be able to take damage from Shadow Ball. And since with a Terra Fire, you're gonna resist the Moonblast. Iron Bundle is not going to be able to one-shot you. You have Drain Punch for recovery, and this also pairs up really well with Pokemon like Melodic when that comes out, that can deal with Intimidate, because unfortunately Intimidate does hurt with head quite a bit. But yeah, really good. I also really like the EVs that Phantom came up with. Maybe we need to take, for the future, some out of defense and put them into speed. But with this defense investment, you are actually able to also check Pokemon like Chimpao and take 2 Ice Spinners from Great Tusk. So yeah, really proud of my man right here. Really excited to try out this. If you guys have any more ideas for sets that you are suggesting that you want me to use, leave them in the comments. Yeah, anyways guys, I'm really excited. Unfortunately, my excitement is gonna fall very soon, as soon as people start spamming Incineroar, Villaboom, Enormous, Sneasler, everywhere. However, when the format freshly comes out, I will be very excited to play it. Let me guys know your opinions, and then haut rein. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content like this. Ciao.